Christina Choi with Christina Choi Cosmetics, and I know a lot of you guys have struggled in the past on how to enhance an Asian eye shape, especially an Asian eye shape with a smaller crease line, or any eye shape with a smaller crease line. So today I'm going to walk you through a look that I'm going to apply on myself and utilize the tools from my collection and really explain to you how to enhance a smaller eye shape with a smaller crease. The first brush I want to introduce to you is a Deluxe Blending Brush, and this is a universal brush. You can apply it on the brow bone or apply all over the eye area. And the next product I want to introduce to you is Splendor Eyeshadow, which comes within my collection as well. And this is like more of a baby pink shimmer, and it looks great with all different complexions, and it just gives a soft baby pink highlight to the brow bone or all over the eyelid area. So my first step is to press the side of the bristles within the color here and apply it directly onto my brow bone. I'm directly smoothing the color underneath my eyebrow using the flat side of my brush, and you can see that beautiful highlight. What I want to avoid is creating a stripe of a color. I want to make sure that the color moves downwards, so I'm pulling the color down so all the colors blend into it within my next steps. So I'm using the Deluxe Blending Brush again to apply on my brow bone. And again, I'm smoothing the color downwards so I get a nice blend of color. So the next two products I want to introduce to you is a brush called the Contour Crease Brush, and this brush is more of a tapered, fluffy brush, and it can be used for the crease line of the eye. If you don't have a crease line, it's great just to buff on the lid, and it just gives more of that airbrush quality to the look of your makeup. Creamsicle is another shade within my collection, and this color is so beautiful. It has more of a corally kind of shimmer to it, and it helps blend out darker shades. And that's why I'm going to apply this right into the crease line of my eye. So I'm adding a little bit of the Creamsicle shadow onto my brush. I'm going to apply it directly within my natural crease line of my eye. You can see I'm kind of swirling the brush within the crease, so I get a nice diffused appearance to the color. So I'm buffing Creamsicle within the crease of my other eye, and this again gives that nice kind of warm tone to my crease line to help blend out the darker shades that I'm going to apply next. So the next brush I want to introduce to you is a brush called the Angled Shadow Brush, and this brush is so unique because it is more of a petite brush and it has smaller bristles on one side and longer bristles on the other. So the best way to use this brush, especially if you have a smaller eye shape and a smaller crease line, is to basically fit the longer bristles within the natural crease line of your eye. So for me, you can see again, I'm putting the tip of that brush directly where my crease line folds right there. And that will really help and enhance the eye shape and really work with my natural eye shape. The next color I want to introduce to you is a color called Namu, and this is a gorgeous taupey brown, and this can go with any color. It's a great universal shade. It has a slight shimmer to it, but it's a perfect brown for, again, any complexion. So let's go ahead and really use the tip of that brush, the Angled Shadow Brush, into the color and apply it into my natural crease line. So I'm using the tip of that brush to again really get the natural contour defined. So swirling the brush into, I would say, the outer portion of the crease towards the middle is where I want to target the color. And I'm going to kind of angle that outwards, and again roll the brush, and again I'm only focusing the tallest point of that brush into the natural crease line of my eye. I'm adding a couple more layers of Namu into the corner crease line, and you can already see how the brown really merges with the coral, and it gives a really nice airbrush quality to the eye makeup. Okay, I'm going to move on to my other eye. I'm going to get a little bit more product onto the corner of my brush and apply directly into the corner crease line of my eye again. I'm adding a couple more layers, so I increase the intensity step by step so I don't overwhelm or create too much of a heavy look right away. Getting a little bit more product again, and again swirling the brush into the corner of the crease line of my eye, using the tip of the angled shadow brush, and really working that through, taking your time and blending it out. A quick tip, if you feel like you haven't blended the color enough and you're struggling with the blending, go back to the contour crease brush and get a little bit more of the creamsicle shadow and just lightly tap a little bit into the brush and just buff it out and diffuse the edges of where you feel like it's not blended correctly. So that's a really quick fix and something you can instantly do to help perfect your eye makeup. So now I want to fill in the eyelid area, and I'm going to use the color Splendor that we used earlier for my brow bone and now reuse it for the lid area. Using my Deluxe blending brush again and pressing the bristles within the color, and then go ahead and press directly onto the eyelid. And again, that will help brighten up the eye and create more of a brightening effect to the inner lid of my eye. So I'm going to go back and add another layer, pressing my brush directly into the color Splendor and applying another layer right on top of what I just applied. And this will create a nice blended effect. I'm blending up towards the side of my nose, up towards the brow bone to finish off this look. Let's go ahead and do the other eye. Get a little bit more product again, press onto the lid, and moving it towards the side of my nose up towards the brow bone. So the last brush I want to introduce to you to finish off my eye look is the Perfect Liner brush. And this brush is a tightly packed bristled brush. It has a slight angle to it that will create a perfect line for you. The color I'm going to use is a color called Pitch Black, and this is a matte velvet black that works great as an eyeliner. So I'm pressing the angle of that brush directly into Pitch Black, and now I'm going to apply it directly onto my lash base. So I'm tilting my head back slightly so I get a nice smooth surface to work from. I'm going to place that angle of the brush directly where my lashes grow. And you can see I'm working in slow, steady motion here and almost working as if I'm connecting the dots, creating a perfect line that way. Get a little bit more product, and I'm going to repeat so I create a beautiful intensity to this rich black. And if you want to wing the liner slightly, what you want to do is just flip the brush and have the tallest point of your brush facing towards the outer part of your eye and just press it, and that will basically create a wing for you without doing much work. I'm applying the eyeliner now to my other eye, and I'm pressing as I go and repeating if I want a little bit more intensity with this color. But again, it's very small movement. So I completed my eyeliner on my upper lash base. So now I want to add a little bit more intensity to my lower lash line. So let me show you how to do that using the Perfect Liner brush again and using Pitch Black. As you can see, I'm pressing the eyeliner directly onto the lower lash base using the angle of the brush directly where the lashes grow. It's a very small movement, and I'm not pressing so hard. I'm basically just pressing very lightly to create a very light frame because I don't want it to be too smoky. I just want my lash base to look a little bit more fuller, like there is more lashes. So pressing very small motion. I'm gonna take my fingertip and diffuse the color slightly so everything looks perfectly blended. Do the same exact steps, which is pressing the angle of the bristles directly onto the lower lash base. Small movement, pressing very lightly. I just completed the look on my eyes, so hopefully you guys have learned how to really enhance an Asian eye shape with a small crease line or any eye shape that might have a smaller crease line. It's all about using the right tools and the right colors in the right areas of your eye and really enhancing what you have and not trying to change your features, but really working with what you have. So you can find all these items on my website, ChristinaChoiCosmetics.com, and thanks so much for watching.